As the planning department continues to seek community input towards the updated comprehensive plan, we wanted to get the latest from Planning Department Director Jimmy McNamara. Jimmy, thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
You guys have been doing a lot of work over the past year-ish on the update of the comprehensive plan. Give us a quick reminder, where are we at? Why are we doing this?
Yeah, so it's so important. All of our plans are based on community involvement, and that's really where we put the foundation for this. So far we have had a series of 5 community open house meetings, which have helped inform a lot of the information that we then took to a bunch of stakeholders that we broke down into topical areas. So we had 7 of those. And then we took the information from those 7 topical areas and brought it to different communities within Chesapeake. So we broke things down to a geographic area so that we could get more input on those areas and how those topical areas and see how they relate to the different areas of Chesapeake.
And that community involvement, like you said, there's a whole bunch of different ways to get involved, right? You have your in-person stuff. You guys send out a lot of surveys through the city's social media and website. And you've got some important additional meetings coming up. Tell me a little bit about what people can expect from these next meetings.
Yeah, so the next meetings, we're going back out to the communities to share all the information that we've received so far. So that includes the focus groups that we've talked about, the community meetings that we've discussed, and then the 3 surveys that we mentioned as well. So we're going to bringing that information to our community open houses coming up, and we're really looking forward to engaging in an interactive format with citizens and discussing some of the things and takeaways that we've gotten so far.
You guys do a really good job. This is not your typical government community meeting. No offense to the other government community meetings out there, but you guys do a really good job of making it interactive and making it kind of fun and make sense to the average person. That seems important to you guys.
Absolutely. I think that's the foundation for all of that is driving us going forward. So we want input from folks, and that's why you're going to see our interactive exhibits. Everything that you see, we're looking to get information from you. Yes, part of what we do is information sharing with, what the process is and what a comp plan is, but the biggest part of our community open houses is actually the information that we get from citizens.
Remind me how the rest of this process will go. So we're going to have another set of community meetings. What happens from there on out until we can kind of wrap this baby up?
Yeah, so a lot of it so far has been focused on policy development, and we've kind of got big ideas right now that we want to flush out with our communities to see what their take is on these big policy ideas. Once we get done and get all that input in, we'll then start really cranking into writing these policies and getting them into a much more finer format. We'll then go back out to our different focus groups again and share the information to make sure that we've captured things correctly. And then this fall, we'll be going back out to the community and we'll share those policies that have been developed, and then also looking at some of the other things that we're working on behind scenes right now. So some of our character districts, so that's some of the maps and looking at the different character areas of Chesapeake and how Chesapeake should develop in those areas, and the master transportation plan and some of the other high profile pieces of the comp plan itself.
Those following along with this entire process have probably heard of the I guess you could call it like smaller, more focused programs like the Greenbrier Area Plan, some of the South Norfolk plans, even if it's just for the facade and historic stuff. Lots of different plans going on. How will those pieces fit into the overall comp plan, or will they?
Yeah, absolutely. They are a part and component of the comprehensive plan update. So a lot of our resources over the past couple of years have really focused in on some of these smaller areas to give more detail to them. When you've got a city that's 353 square miles and you're talking about planning for that, a comp plan can only go so deep. So these small area plans are really what give us the details of what those areas are actually going to be and the policies that really affect those areas. So this comp plan will mention those smaller area plans, and they will become part of the comprehensive plan itself.
So once we have this document, which is going to be massive, I can only imagine, we've gathered all the community input, the planners have kind of packaged everything together. How does it go to being complete? There's a lot of checks and balances built in there, if I understand.
Yeah, so this is a public hearing process. So once we get to a point where we actually have a draft document, That will be presented to the Planning Commission, and we'll solicit their recommendation before finally going to City Council, who will have the choice to either adopt the plan or to make additional revisions.
And if people are curious what an actual comprehensive plan looks like, we have one currently, right? People can kind of check out what it looks like right now before we start looking at what the new one's going to look like.
Yeah, so the existing plan looks out to a time horizon of about 2035. It was adopted back in 2015. It is up on our webpage and is certainly available for viewing. We use that document in all that we do in planning right now, so it serves as our guiding tool that is absolutely critical in everything that we do. So the update to this plan with the new information that we receive is certainly going to be an important document as we move forward as well.
Well, this has been a really fun process. I know I've gotten to kind of hear little bits and pieces of it, and we started really big with think about anything you could ever possibly want in Chesapeake, and I can really see how you guys are working to form it into something that is truly actionable and really useful for the city. We're going to really ask folks to get involved in these upcoming community meetings, and there will be more in a few months, more in the fall with the next step.
Yes, absolutely. Looking forward to those meetings as well.
Yeah. Did we forget to remind everybody about something? Is there anything else we should mention here?
Well, I think it's just critical. This is a time where people need to be involved.
Yeah.
We hear so much that, how did we get this document? That's not reflective of my ideas. And this is the time that, we really want people to be involved with the development phase of this so that we can capture as many ideas as we can.
All right, we're going to send folks to the planning website, cityofchesapeake.net/planning, for all of that information, and we hope people will turn out for these meetings. Jimmy, thank you so much.
Thank you.